To say life be lifing is a complete understatement. Am I right or am I right? Welcome to my channel, Evolution of Kia. It's your girl Kia here, joining you for part 2 of episode Mood Swings of my new series, Lip Service. So if you are interested in any nude lip combos, make sure to check out part 1 of this particular episode, as I wanted to separate both the beauty from this real life stuff that we about to be talking about. So make sure to check out that video. But in the meantime, I welcome you back for those who have tuned in previously, and for those that are new here, hello. I'm so happy to have you. So I know I'm not by myself on this. So as we spoke about mood swings in part 1, honey, you can call it mood swings, life swings. I mean, shorty swing my way. It don't feel like a swing. It feels like you're being hit by a bus sometimes, or at least maybe I'm projecting and speaking for myself. Really wanted to just, as I love always talking about the beauty, but what's really key is making sure that we are just as pretty and fly and beautiful and all the things internally as well. And so as I'm navigating, this thing called life and having this human experience that is completely exhausting, I am happy to share anything that I can better your overall day-to-day life, as it has improved mine as we just navigate all these shifts. If you are interested, I would love to go ahead and break down these 5 tips that have truly helped me, as every day we just never know sometimes what we can expect. Let's get into these things that we can just utilize day to day to make our overall experience more bearable, okay? Number 1, honor your emotions. Whether that be cry, scream, you have a safe place with a friend, with a loved one, or if not, if it is just between you and the pen and paper or the pillow that you're screaming in, you are not alone. Your emotions are not stupid. They are important, and they need to be expressed, because literally once they stay inside, that shit eats us up, and it's serving no one, especially not yourself. And we should really practice more grace as we release these emotions, and know that sometimes if we have to cry, like transparency, I literally probably cry at least once a day. I am no longer ashamed of it. I am a retired ice queen, okay, who literally had a superpower for masking my emotions. Honey, that chick is dead. She no longer exists, because I have to get it out. And I literally look at tears as cleansing. It really has to come out. And a lot of times once we release, it feels like a minimum of 5 to 10 pounds is lifted off of our energy field. Maybe I'm by myself on that, but it's a real thing. And so just being able to have grace through these shifts, and knowing that these emotions that come up, because for a lot of us, I don't know what it is about showing emotions makes us somehow feel weak. My experience, I have found that expressing emotions and showing vulnerability, that you are human and this is how you're processing these, shows your strength, actually. There's enough people out here with this whole false sense of confidence of, I ain't catching feelings, I'm catching flights. Okay, boo, well, let's see how far you get before you experience some turbulence, okay? Moving on to point number 2, be Delulu. Yeah, Delulu. Illusionally happy through this bull, okay? I'm not in no way saying should we spend our lives wearing rose-colored glasses, but what I am saying is sometimes we have to be a little delusional in what it is that we're experiencing or what it is that we're seeing, because if we internalize too much of what is actually happening, girl, you're probably going to be somewhere needing a drink or something stronger, So I'm telling you, just having this almost delusional insight and approach and happiness to the thing, whatever it is that is turning your life upside down, it forces your energy to shift into more things that make you feel this happiness, because fear, anxiety, and all these other emotions that come up as we are navigating these swings of life is only going to magnetize more things to make us feel that way. So I'd rather be delusional over here with rainbows and sunshine and be able to wake up every day smiling than the alternative. So again, take what I'm saying with, just knowing how it applies in your situation. However, being Delulu looks like in your world, that's what needs to work for you, because I'm telling you, in some cases, ignorance is bliss. I'm telling you, that is definitely going to make dealing with all this crap that life throws at us a lot more just doable, to say the least. Moving on to number 3, actually to me is part 2 of the last point that I mentioned about being delusional, is limiting your exposure to social media and the news. Again, I know a lot of us, myself included, we use social media as a way of content creation and our livelihoods in a lot of ways, but we can monitor that. So something as simple as, when I kid y'all not, like I went from every single day, like not only posting content, but just the idle scrolling and all this stuff, to setting a schedule of these are days that I post, these are days that I'm on, social media, and the other days, if it didn't fall within my post schedule, I wasn't on there. I literally even turned off notifications on my phone. So if I don't physically open the app, I don't know what's going on social media. And I'm telling you, that alone has changed so much. And if you need to take a break, whether it be a week, 2 weeks, a month, the world will wait. You're not going to miss anything. I promise you're not. A lot of times when we're dealing with our own stuff, and then we scroll and look at everybody else's highlight reels, and it looks like they just doing the thing and highlighting more and more of how we just suck. Honey, that is literally not only detrimental to your mental health, focusing on other people's false sense of what they're actually dealing with, because I assure you, you don't really know what anybody has going on. The tendency to compare ourselves to others, it is literally eating up our society as we speak. The news, honey, that's a whole nother situation. Like, I am well aware, and my heart completely goes out to so much of what is happening in this world right now. All that you can control in your world is your world and what you expose yourself to. It's very difficult, like I said, to just navigate what you're dealing with on your own in your own storyline and world, to then take on a lot of the outside influences that we let just pour into our consciousness. That is something that we can control. So if it is just limiting an hour, which still seems like a lot, whatever that looks like for you, and you're going to know what is a healthy balance for you in your own life, really monitoring our exposure to those things is going to make a huge difference in navigating these shifts as well. On to number 4, always keep fresh flowers in your space. Yes, flowers. If you're not a flower person, I get it, a plant, something. I'm telling you, there is something about when I think that the world is falling down to my feet and I see the beautiful arrangement on my dining room table every day, instantly. And when I say instantly, it instantly is like a shot of positivity in my whole situation. Like, I can't explain it other than like seeing just the beauty of colors and just the smell and all the senses that flowers help to stimulate is going to shift your overall mood. It's a game changer nonetheless. If you don't have a lot of resources, honey, if you are any place that has a Trader Joe's, they always keep fresh dozen roses of any color you can imagine for $10, as well as other assortments. If you're a Costco member, I literally just treated myself to florist worthy flowers for $13. Like, there's no excuse. Like, we waste money on stuff that don't even matter, that's far more expensive. You cannot imagine until you incorporate something as simple as keeping flowers around. And I'm not talking about waiting for a special occasion, waiting on somebody to buy it for you. No, When you are at the grocery store, go buy your own flowers, sweetie. Once we take ownership of our own happiness and take the driver's seat of our mental health and implement these things, it is seriously going to shift your whole mindset. And finally, number 5, give yourself a code word or phrase when that inner critic, that fear, that anxiety, whatever it is, we all know that bitch in our head, that voice, that like check her or him, okay, whoever's watching, however it applies, a word. It could be whatever comes up in the moment. A friend literally just gave me this point the other day, and it has literally like been a game changer. So whenever you start to hear that, girl, you know that ain't gonna work out, you already know that this is a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It could be red car, red car, red car. God is good, God is good, God is good. Light, light, light. Pink rose, pink, whatever that word is for you, just keep saying it until that thought, that voice, whatever is ceased. Keep that practice up, and before you know it, you're going to shift your whole way of thinking, turning and transmuting that fear and anxiety into positivity. Because I'm telling you, it's so easy to fall into the trap of just the fear that they want us to fall into, the anxieties, the depressions, and all these things. And I know I'm going there, but I really have to. There is too many signs around us that people are literally suffering in their own misery because they don't even know how to begin navigating these shifts and these swings and the way that life is throwing them curveballs daily. I take it very serious. I take my own joy very serious, and I really care and love each and every one of you who are watching this, of how to implement these things in your own life so that we can face head on, not run, not be outside and ignore the obvious. Finding the healthy ways of being Delulu and just getting through this turbulent, rocky phase until we can see smoother roads ahead. So I hope some of that has made sense. I hope that you found value in these tips, and I would absolutely love to hear in the comments how these things resonated with you in your own day-to-day life, and if you implemented these, how you noticed a shift within your own selves. I thank you so much for tuning in and listening as we are just figuring this thing out called life together, you guys. And check out part 1 if you're interested in some nude lip options to add to your arsenal. Make sure to check out that video. I will even link it down below. Until next time for another episode of Lip Service. Peace, y'all.